So the thing is, yeah, everyone's struggle is bad, but
it's relative.
It's relative to each individual. Because sometimes, like the other day, one of my friends, she's like very privileged, where like Zimbabwean girl, her mum is done well for herself. Her mum came here herself, but she patterned herself properly, got properties, everything. You get me? So she was like the other day, she goes, her mum's moving to Zim, blah blah blah, with her little sister and her brother. Little sister doesn't want to go, but fast forward anyway past that, she's like, I was just chilling. Her mum just sent me like $5,000. I said, go do something. And
that's never happened in my life.
Then she's like, she's not working at the moment. I said, how come? She goes, I just decided to take a year off work. She got 2 properties and her mum's yard is fully paid off, so like there's no one there half the time, so she just kind of goes between. And I said, the properties, ain't you renting them out? She's like, no. I was like, so
don't even need it.
So the other day we was talking and she was like, why have you been down about this, that? I said to her, I feel like I'm just constantly just working all the time and I have no time for myself or time for people. Then she mentioned exactly what we said. Everyone's struggle is relative. So she's like, I know you've been through stuff, but she's like, see it like this. What you're going through at the moment is just a passing and someone is wishing they were you.
Bingo.
Then I said, you know what? Snap, you're right. So from that, I just stopped complaining.
But your
then
life
instantly I understand. In the morning, I'll get in there, train, I'll jump in my car. The other day, Saturday, I think I was in my car from like from around 11. I came and showered quickly. Then my friend's birthday, 40th. I worked all the way there. So I got there about 12:30. Then I left there about 1:45. I jumped in my car and I worked all the way back till 4 a.m. So I was in my car maybe about 14 hours on Saturday. Then I thought to myself, it's all because she just mentioned everyone's struggle is relative to each other and someone wants to be you now. So even though you might be like in pain or complaining about this, that, you ain't got, she's like, my mom was probably the same. And now she's at where she is and you're about to be the same. So she goes...
I agree but disagree.
Huh?
I agree but I disagree.
Go on.
I don't like when people try to demean my pain. I don't like it. And I tell you what, I agree, someone's situation is always worse than yours, but when someone says that, especially when you're feeling something, I don't like that. It's a bit like when you might have an issue and someone will show you someone in a wheelchair. I'm like, okay, cool, but my back's still hurting.
No, I hear that, but it's not. It's the same thing. You see the word burden. You see the burden word when there was like a.
That wasn't meant to be a funny part, like.
No, but there's a feeling because because this is the same argument I have with like women that I deal with. Like like you can feel something. There's times
plural,
when I feel
plural, Pete.
What did I
plural.
Is it women that you deal with? No, that's fine. That's fine. Keep that in, please.
Well done. You got me. I feel like there's times when I feel a certain. That's why I don't operate off of feel. Like you see, like if you do something that I feel a way about, I'm not gonna address it. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna think about it logically. Then I'm gonna think about why I feel a certain way. I'm not gonna act or feel.
You're a serial killer then?
No, because you know what it is. Sometimes you feel a certain. There's times I feel.
Logical.
Like there's times I felt a certain way about a situation. Like even like exes, I felt a certain way, but then I logically go past it and I'm like, thank God I didn't operate off of feel because I wasn't correct to feel like that. Your feeling can be incorrect.
So if it's true to you, I'm not gonna say it, but if I say to you, suck your mum, you're gonna think I'm gonna take that, deal with it logically, because I don't want to react a certain way because me and kid might not ever be friends again.
No, but that's not a thing. Like that's not a big deal to me. We talk. It's banter. You don't mean it like that.
You can't banter me like that still.
Is it?
No, you can't.
I hear you. Yeah, but
can't. I might kill you.
Yeah, God forbid. Your mum's not here though, so I understand that.
I understand that. Someone said that.
But was that before your mum passed away?
No, even before that. Yeah. But it got worse after that.
No, of course, I heard that.
There's certain things that it's just, it's not bad to me.
But don't get me wrong. There's times when certain people could say that to me and I react that way. But it's like
I had it as a pin tweet for like 2 years. I said, you could banter me about anything in life, just don't mention my mum.
That was like my cousin Bear. When his mum, listen, it used to scare me. People used to make jokes about it. I'd be like, bro, I'd be like, cuz, he didn't mean it, man. Like, your mum, man, your mum. Back in the days, your mum would just, the thing. And say, like, please, you just start crying. And like, I'm thinking, when he starts crying, it's gonna mash you up.
Yeah, it's rage.
I was like, bro,
and the thing is, you know the thing is, what I realised how bad it is? Bro, if someone pushed me to that limit and I've done something to them, I actually feel no remorse.
Which is kind of dangerous because aren't you
dangerous,
letting them control you?
Because you see what it is.
Do you think? So you think it's safe to say that words hurt?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah, I think
Isn't it optional?
Yeah, I feel like that's optional.
No,
man.
they
It's how you take it.
You're right.
It
is optional.
You see the thing is,
optional.
like the bond with my mum, yeah.
No,
Like even though certain times, I used to get pissed with her, yeah. Like, you know when someone's your brethren,
Yeah.
like we would have like little. We wouldn't even have like serious arguments, but it was just more. I'll tell her, right, what you doing here? You're not pattering.
This is making me want to squash the beef with my mum now.
You get what I'm saying? I'll talk to her and I'll say, right, what you doing here? You're not patterning correctly. And she'll tell me the same thing. But it was never argument. It's like, right, she was smart enough to be able to listen to me. You know, like some people, yeah, like especially in African culture, when they're older, they think that, because I know I've lived longer than you.
I'm older than you.
I've lived longer than you, older than you, blah, blah, blah. But I've said to her that, right, I've seen more than you in my short time.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
They don't believe that though.
So
they don't believe that.
From when I've said that to her and I've done more than you in that short time, she started to respect me more than...
But at what point do you stop allowing the disrespect from parents? At what point, or do you just continue accepting it? At what point is the cut-off point? At what point are you an adult, for instance, and you say, I'm not taking this anymore, like no mum, or no dad.
What do you mean by disrespect though?
So for instance, let's just say, so I can only talk in my culture. For instance, in my culture, generally speaking, it's not a discussion. So for instance, no matter how old you are, you're always my child. It's Gabriel. When can you go and get this for me? It's not Gabriel. Can you get this for me? If that makes sense. Or it could be the guilt tripping that parents might do, where I did all of this for you, and that's probably my biggest vendetta I have with some parents, and I've seen it with some of the boys I mentor. I don't think you should ever mention all the stuff you've done for your child. I don't think you should mention it.
My mum don't mention anything she's ever done for me.
I don't think you should.
I would have. You see the same.
I don't think you should.
No, but you see the same tips you have with your mums, your parents, though. Yeah. I don't have those tips with my mum. No, I used to though. I used to have these tips, and then one day, I don't know how my dad found out, but my dad came to me, sat me down, and like, my dad weren't even there for me growing up. It's only when I reached like a teenager, he stepped back in my life. But my mum, he explained to me, your mum has done stuff that I never did for you. Your mum has been there for you, and he told me all the stuff she's done. It made me feel like a piece of shit.
Or maybe we should give mums an allowance because of the double work they had to do. But I think to mention what you've done as a guilt trip for a situation. For instance, you said you mentioned to your kids the stuff that you've done. And what is that? Why is that?
Because it's a thing like, well, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have that. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. But you know, the double standard switching it around, yeah? My dad couldn't tell me to do certain things that my mum asked me to do.
But it goes, it goes back to what I said. Did your kids ask to be born?
No, but it's an age. I think you lot are coming from an adult perspective, though.
So you can't. Your kids didn't ask to be born, so you can't hit them with. If it wasn't for me, like I said to you, man. When I have kids, there's no way I'm going to drop them lines.
So say you've got a kid.
I can't afford to drop them lines.
No, but say you've got a kid,
because I'm the one who made you come here. So you're fully you're fully my responsibility. Like, it's not the reverse.
No, I hear you, but say you have a kid now, hypothetical situation now, yeah, and you need your kid to do something, or you ask them to do something, and they're not doing it.
And they embarrass you.
And now forget embarrassment. Are you not therefore to say, but all right, cool, but when I did this, and I did this, and I did this for you, and I wasn't asked, and you never asked me for it, you asked me to do this, I do this, and I do this for you.
What do you mean never asked though?
What do you mean?
When you say like I didn't, you never asked me to do this.
Like you never asked me to do certain things. I've done things for you, and on top of that,
who's meant to do it though?
No, but then on top of that, there's things you have. Like my daughter asks me for stuff all the time.
But who's meant to do it though?
No, but I'm meant to do it. No, I don't have to. My daughter gets luxuries. My daughter has AirPods, iPhone, this, tracksuit, this. She's got more expensive clothes than me. I don't have to do these things. She asks me for it, and I do it. But when I'm asking her to do something, because she's acting away about it, I just highlight. Bearing in mind, I do all this for you, you know. So if you're not going to do something I ask you to do, don't expect me to be doing stuff you ask me. I'm going to give you I'm not even the bare minimum. I'm just going to do what I have to now. Because now you have stuff your friends didn't have. You have stuff that I didn't have growing up as a child. And so now I know firsthand this stuff is not a necessity.
So do you mean the privileges then? Maybe. Because my thing is that if what I consider all you've done for me is what is meant to be done. So for instance, I put a roof over your head.
That's it though.
You had
Roof, food and water.
Yeah, which is the
suitable
basics.
attire. That's it. Anything other than that is a bonus.
And if you have to do 3 or 4 jobs to do that, and I'm a child, I don't know whether or not you can use that as leverage in any discussion.
No, not the bare minimum. I'm not saying that, but I do more. Like you have stuff that I didn't have. You have, like my brothers are 18 and 16. They don't have certain things that you have already, and I do this because I want you to have all you want to have, because I grew up not having what I want to have. But flip side, like my daughter got excluded the other day for video recording some stupid fight at a school. The school's phoning me now, so I've told her don't do this because it's causing me headache. So she's gone back to school and she's done it again now. So I'm saying like, boom, I pay for this for you. You do this, and do this. I ask you to do one thing, and you can't do it for me. So when
I get that now.
When I start not doing stuff that you want me to do,
that is different.
Yeah, I get
get
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
That is totally different.
so you can refer to. There's certain things maybe not, but there's certain things you
that is
can
totally
refer
different.
to. It's how it's used. Because as adults it might be different, but as kids, there's no other way I can explain for her to understand this.
You know, I get what you mean now in that context.